this is one that you're not going to use every day. You might not even use it every week. But when it comes time to do the part of summer work that no one really enjoys, this is what's going to do the work for you. This is the Sun Joe 24-volt cordless cultivator. What makes it different this year is now it telescopes. So that telescoping pole goes anywhere from 28 inches to being able to stretch all the way out, so that now you can make it a lot easier on yourself, so that you're able to make it almost like a personally designed piece of equipment. These are steel tines, 24 volt. I had said before, the value on this thing is exceptional. Right now, and I had Jen, my producer, look it up. If you were to go on QVC.com right now, and I have my numbers wrong at the beginning of the show, I apologize, but a 24 volt lithium ion rechargeable battery with the battery charger from Sun Joe sells for just under 75 bucks. I said 99. They're sale price right now, but they're 75 bucks. So you're only paying about $24 for the rest of the mechanism. And it's something that you'll appreciate. I've seen cultivators before that were gas powered, and the darn things weighed a ton. I've seen them with power cords, but then you're always having to lug the cord. Now that it's all battery operated, what you're getting is a piece of equipment that is every bit as strong, but a fraction of the weight. This is new this month. You'll use it, and you'll never want to go back to digging or tilling by hand ever again. Sean Pickford brought this to us. Sean, I was hoping to have gotten my hands on this one earlier this month. I'm glad I finally have it today. This is one of the best values in garden tools you've ever brought us.
Yeah, this one's really cool because I use it for gardening and tilling, but I love it for weeding because, as you can see, I'm a great weed farmer right now. So, I mean, I weeded this area before I put down the mulch. Evidently, there was a bunch of thistle seeds in my mulch. So now I got a whole bunch of stuff where normally I'd have to get on my hands and knees, but this guy will do the job, and it's really easy. So as you showed, all you basically do is you adjust it up and down here, so 12 inches of adjustment.
Yep.
You can adjust the handle back and forth. So you just hit the button and turn it on. So now, look, I can go in there. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't matter. This thing just keeps chewing up those weeds. So now I don't have to get on my hands and knees. The other great thing is you can use it right-handed or left-handed. I'm not left-handed, and I was just using the opposite way I normally would. That's how flexible this is. So it's got a lot of power to get down there and dig. So if I want to plant some seeds, look, I can just make rows in the soil if I want to do that. So now I can go ahead and plant things there. If I want to dig a hole, then all you basically do is you just move it back and forth like this. And I mean, you can see it's some heavy-duty soil in here, but look how fast I'm able to dig down. And you know what? I'm not on my hands and knees. I'm still talking to you while this is working because It's no effort to use. And it's that 24-volt battery we talked about earlier that was on the air compressor. Same battery. So now if I have both of these things, I have 2 batteries, I can switch them out. So it's a great little tool. And as you said, weight-wise, look, 1 finger. Yeah. It's well-balanced. So these things really are awesome.
You weren't kidding about being attacked by thistle this year.
I don't know what it is, man. I couldn't believe it. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh no, there's thistle all in my mulch. So, and I put 15 yards of mulch down this year.
Yeah, Sean, I got to tell you, I don't have a problem with thistle. I did not have this issue or problem late fall, but in the last 2 weeks, I've had thousands of these wild onions popping up in my mulch pits. And they're tiny, they're itty bitty, but my gosh, the things are this tall already. And when you go to pull them, they snap, which leaves the bulb in the ground, so you got to dig them all out. A lot of people put new mulch out every single year. And quite frankly, mulch doesn't go bad. Mulch is dead wood. What happens is the sun will bleach the color out. This allows you to just churn that up, and it looks like fresh mulch. So,
yeah, that's what I did the last 2 years.
Yeah,
so
you can save money very quickly and very easily.
Yeah, I just turned it over.
What is the warranty on this tool? Because to me, that is still the most impressive thing about Sun Joe.
So every Joe tool comes with a minimum 2-year warranty at QVC. I believe this is the 2+1, so meaning 3 years on this one.
Yeah.
Some of them, our new pressure washer we just had was a 2+2, meaning it had 4 years. So minimum 2 years on this guy. And that's the great thing about it. 2 years on a power tool, you say, wait a second. And look, I'm no small boy. I can lean on this thing with all my weight, and I can't stop the blade from turning. That says something to me, because that means it's got power. And you know what? The only way to get that kind of power in the past, Dan, was gasoline.
Yeah.
And you and I both been there. When you use a tiller a few times a year and you have gas, what do you got to be? You got to be a mechanic, because you spend hours just getting it running so you can use it. This, you put the battery on and you use it year after year after year.
Yeah, 24-volt power is power enough on screwdrivers and drill drivers to, drive screws to build a house.
Oh, to build a house. Yeah.
So, yeah, this is all steel tines. There's no construction involved in this. It comes to you ready to go. It's super easy. It's lightweight. It is truly one of the nicest balanced tools that I've ever had a chance to play around with. And it's $99.98. The battery and charger alone would be selling for close to $75 on QVC.com. This will go to a QVC price, still effective, still a good price, of $109, but save yourself the $9, because this is the time of year where the weeds grow faster than the plants that we want to plant.
I mean, unfortunately, you can see I'm living proof of how fast the weeds go. Yeah, my flowers are coming in. I got some Barb King stuff in here. I have some Robertas. So I can't wait to see how this will be year number 3 for these. So they're going to be really big. So I've been having them. But in order to turn the soil over and get rid of all the thistle, look, I can get down to start the weeding. It's getting back up after being there for an hour. That's brutal. So, I mean, I've had to roll over before. That's no way to do it. This is easier because I'm almost 6 feet tall. So you can see this is the perfect height for me to be able to get in there and use this. And again, back and forth, side to side, whatever you want to do. I love the smaller footprint too. So don't be fooled that it's a smaller footprint. There's still 10 steel tines on here. This is all awesome to get through your vegetable garden, because let's face it, if you don't get rid of the weeds in your vegetable garden, they're stealing the nutrients for your pepper plants and your tomato plants and whatever else you may have out in that garden. So this is a great way to get in there, a great way to turn over your mulch. And again, you can see I'm leaning on this baby.
Right.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, I can really, I would end up snapping the pole before I get this to stop working. And you know what? If I did that, I got a 2-year warranty. Joe would take care of me on this.
Well,
that's the cool thing about it.
Oh, I could top it. Okay. I've never seen a tiller that does this. Okay.
Oh yeah, telescope.
And you're going to look at this and you're going to go, okay, wait a minute. It's not legal to hire smaller children to do your farm work. Now, look at how tiny this is now. Look at how high that is. How many of us are now planting in elevated beds?
That's exactly it.
A lot of people. Well, if I have my regular tiller, which is this long, okay, I'm trying to work like this to try to till. That's not comfortable. So you have a full foot of range on this. So now I can till and allow the equipment to do all the work quickly, simply, and easily. That to me is brilliance. And that's what Joe does. And you and I have said this before on the air. This isn't just a brand name. There really is a Joe. His name is Joe Cohen. I know his mother. I've met his sister. And we've sat down and talked at one of the largest hardware shows in the world. This guy started his company when he was in his teenage years and has built it into one of the best known brand names in America. And I know that the guy puts his name on each project because he knows that it's the best that it can be. This is a great piece of equipment. How many, Jen?
I mean,
okay, I've got 250 of these that remain. How many did we start with? Okay, I had 400 at the beginning of the program. I don't think this will make it through the last 4 minutes of my program. At $99.98, it's a very simple question to ask you. Even as much as you love gardening, do you also love weeding?
No.
No.
Definitely no.
Yeah.
And then you can see I got a lot of weeds. Look, I could spend hours upon hours out here weeding. on my hands and knees because I've done it before Joe came along. Well, you know, I don't have to worry about that. People always ask me, who's your gardener? I'm like, Joe. They're like, Joe who? Can I get his name? I'm like, yeah, Sun Joe,
Sun
Aqua
Joe.
Joe, Snow Joe.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, you really use all the tools? You bet I use all the tools. I got rid of all my gas-powered tools. Why? Because these are so much better and easier to use. They really are. I love this little tool. I mean, for me in weeding, this is worth the price of admission. I'm putting in a little vegetable garden. I have a raised flower bed right over here.
Okay.
So to be able to telescope that pole and turn that over, perfect little herb garden there. Raised flower beds up there where we were earlier with the Dynatrap. How do I get in there to do it? Again, I telescope it down to make it the right length. And let's face it, some of you that are buying it aren't 6 feet tall like I am. All right, maybe you're, 5'2". Now you can adjust it to the perfect size for you so it's easy to use. I also love that it has that warranty, those 10 steel tines on there. I mean, I'll show you what mine look like. I've been putting this baby to the test.
You can beat the daylights out of this thing and it comes back for more.
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about it. These steel tines are made to take a licking and keep on going. So you can see, I mean, I've been out here. I turned over all my flower beds. And again, I have 15 yards of mulch that I put down. There's a lot of flower beds to turn over. This does a fantastic job. And the battery lasts a really long time. You just hit that little button there, and that indicator tells you how much battery life you got left. So there's no guesswork here.
Save the best till last. I got about 30 seconds before I'm going to say goodbye. That price tag of $99.98 is going to save you some money. That's a featured price. Our QVC price is almost 10 bucks higher. And keep in mind, just to get the battery and the charger alone is going to cost you about 75 bucks. I've got 200 pieces left. And right now, I don't know if I have a reorder on this. I don't know if I can get more of them back in the summer. This is what's going to help you.
Unfortunately, I don't believe we can.
I don't think we do either, Sean.
Yeah.
This is like having a gardener do all your weeding for you. Buddy,
exactly.
Thank you for giving up part of your Monday and helping me out. Do we have our today's bonus buy coming up, Mary Beth? We do. If you love outdoor living, Mary Beth's going to take you shopping for how many hours? 3 big hours. I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.